Hello. Let's see how it goes. I'm experiencing some lag. So we'll see how that goes. Come on, switch off sound. Hey, me machine. Hey, Georg, you're back. Good stuff. So yesterday, I spent some time on the yesterday's concept. I worked on redrew it. It's not where I want it at all, but I'd say it's a better reflection over the character. So I don't think I'll be able. I don't want to kind of give it another pass. Today, I think I wanna do a completely new one, a villain. That's my general plan. So today's plan is I was thinking I should do some sort of evil floaty thing. That's the idea for today. Hey, Orby. So some evil floaty porcelain face monster. That's the general idea. Oh wait. Stop the timer. Hold your horses. Pause. I gotta change the writing here. 20. I almost missed the start time for the stream. That's the problem. Let's see. No sound. Okay, that's good. Hey, Kidrathi. Okay, resume timer. Okay, so what I was thinking. So we got this centipede one, right? And I was thinking, how about have like a multi-limbed, like I wanted to have like a praying position, but this this weird let's remove that one. This weird floating, almost like a god entity. That could have opened a client folder. I should have not have done that. Luckily, I didn't. Right, so that's the previous one, right? So the previous one I was thinking is like a centipede type crawling thing that sucks blood or soul or whatever from these aliens. Because they are acrobatic, they're quick, and the centipede is quick as well, like climbs up stuff and hunts them and things like that. So I was thinking this new one being some sort of Overwatch, like flying flying of sorts, like it's observing, but I don't know why that should be, like what the purpose of it. But I was thinking of some sort of mind person, right? Maybe it has multiple heads so they can watch all over the place. You can hear my daughter screaming in the background. She's excited today. No school. She's at home with her mother, and my wife. They'll be going to work together. So there, she's excited. Hey, Mila. Hey, Morphia. God damn it. Hot coffee. Overwatch. Oh, you. Right. So, how about she's this thing is hovering. Does it make sense? It could make sense. Legs, maybe. Maybe some sort of a machinery. It feels a little bit weird though. Um, it just sitting on engines. There's like I'm losing opportunity to design something. Maybe design it more like a throne. So it has some sort of machinery. It looks a little bit more menacing. Maybe it observes and sends out maybe swarm, so that it has like a miniature on each engine, above each engine, it has this hive that can send out. So when you see something, these hive things flow out and tag or crash into the good guys and tag them, so that they will be marked for the centipedes. Hey, Captain Jetlag. Mean Machine. Yeah, could definitely be a female. I mean, this character per se, you won't be able to see that much gender. So I'd rather save the female to something more interesting. Um, this is gonna be just faces. You're not gonna see uh, anything special. Hey, Lurib. But I think when it comes to idea here, I'd say we're onto something interesting. We got a floating. Should he have like praise the sun hands and like releasing the swarm? It could be. I'm thinking, should there be like all right, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. Right, so blah, I don't need to see those anymore. Right, so we got some interesting things going on. So we got multiple porcelain masks, maybe hanging lots of fabric, because if you remember the general direction for these are porcelain, white porcelain, black uh, metal, and worn cloth. We should probably have different emotions on the heads so that we can show different mind states. And of course, they should each head should look different, right? It's like monkey see, uh, nose can't see, can't hear, can't say, you know. So we got different emotions going. I think that definitely is the key for this character. Currently just kind of uh, suggesting faces at the moment, because I've got a shitload to draw on this character. So I just kind of want to, like the previous ones, just establish something so that I can continue on it on my lunch break, etc. I'm not sure about that it was a hoodie there. it irked me. And also, I need to show some more metal, some construction in the way. Maybe it's like everyone has a spine connecting into a main spine. Not sure really how to set everything up here, and when it comes to how to connect it, but definitely dark metal and white porcelain cloth things hanging, um, and weird robotic body, because it's not, that part is not human anymore. I think maybe definitely the spine should still be human. I should see some elements of humanity in the way the robotics is constructed, because in that sense, like aliens don't necessarily need human anatomy, um, but if you're going to base monsters on humans, you got to have human anatomy, because humans, even though the system is functioning for humans now, in theory, it's a little bit of a flawed construction. So it's pretty good for nature, um, well done nature. But you could definitely improve with technology the human body. But because of the state of the human mind, we always think the human is the best, right? That we're creating robots that look like humans rather than the higher a better solution. That's a really interesting thing about um, AI and letting AI construct things. I think that'll change completely the way we see the world, when we create AI and let them redesign our society onto better solutions. I think there's definitely better solutions than what we have, like a car. Why does the car need to look like that? Just because we are thinking humans are the operator of the car, so we need to sit in front of the steering wheel, etc., etc. Oh, and by the way, congratulations, Lurib. He made it into his school of choice. He his life will change completely. He'll be able to move to his girlfriend, change up his life. So everyone, pat Lurib on the shoulder and tell him that he worked hard and got his stuff together. I'm quite sure it was a uh, hard month of grinding and hard work. But as you can see, everyone applying yourself and doing your very best can pay off. Plus, having a cool community like the 30-minute warm-up guys on Discord um, doesn't hurt. Um, yeah, good job, Lurib. Happy for you. I wanna I want to have this creature do something with his hands. I still don't know what it should be. It shouldn't just be like fingers or claws or whatever. It doesn't make any sense that it should have claws. Um, my daughter is going crazy. Super happy for something. Um, like it should. I want the creature to do something, right? Actions. I want it to when you look at it, we should kind of get what it's doing. Is it operating? Maybe it can't be driving, right? That'll be a little bit weird. Like I said, I mean, there is the idea a human create human-driven machines, if and AIs would create completely differently. They would look at the efficiency rather than the ego, the we are above nature aspect of human thinking. I mean, what would it need to be doing with its hands? It actually wouldn't need to be doing anything except what it wants to do, what the ego tells it to do. Is there any way I could come up with an idea to show the human aspect of it? Can we play with ego here? What's the arms doing? What's the reasoning for it to have arms pointing? Ladsies, I have. Some they like I did a cover, or I did a cover book I did magazine cover illustrations for Lords of the Fallen, and my daughter with that one said, "Oh, they're an angry man," and she like copied the face, just like, "Oh, he's angry." My son, he loves it. He wants to design as well. Um, he's a huge fan of Minecraft. I worked on similar games, and he was like, "Wow, wow!" I'm going super excited. Sat next to me and started drawing his own stuff and things like that. So I think my son is a huge fan of it. He wants to make his. I'm gonna have him make his own game with an iPad app called Scratch something. Um, like teach him to program and make his own game. Morphia. That's a pretty good, valid point. Air. He smells the. But I mean, he has heads, right? He's looking with his heads. That's the idea of the this one, right? They're observing everything. Shouldn't be looking up, by the way. Should be looking down. And they all need to be evil looking, or screaming and porcelain faces with robotic parts. Maybe. mm, I don't know. What's the purpose for this creature? Obviously, to hunt, to tag the aliens so they can hunt it down. I'm half time, by the way, so I need to pick it up a bit because there's loads of machinery to draw. Um, I'm just gonna be suggested now. Don't have time to do super clean stuff. Tag, hunter. What do? You carry trophies. You scare aliens as well. Do the arms um, could make it so that the arms are uh, like they hold, like um, the front of the cars in Mad Max. They had their enemies. They wanted to scare their enemies, so they had mounted um, dead people or live people in front so that they wouldn't kill, etc., etc. I think that would be a cool idea, a possible solution to what they should be doing with their hands. Holding victims of other um, of other aliens, you know, like asking, calling out for help, maybe. And maybe this creature could have like a, I don't know, ache up them balls. Morphia, that's true, like waffling, but it can't be waffling with its fingers. Oh, Lurie, but that could be a cool thing. Just as a general design element, like spinning fingers or spinning those fidgety things, like chainsaws of sorts. Where are we with the time? At 12 minutes. All right. It's gonna be tight. I'm gonna have to move faster and be a lot more sloppier and be a lot more suggestive. Hmm. They should have these drone things as well. That the swarm that flies out to capture them. Question is like, I mean, I imagine them being a part of the machinery, right? But maybe that could be a reason for them to have arms, right? So that when they spot something, they go arms out, pointing. But the actual on these lower arms was actually come on. What's actually in their arms is the swarm, right? So that maybe it has like a tube hanging from the wrist, um, so that when it points with the hand, that they're over there or whatever, the swarm comes out. Uh, I think that will be a cool idea. So that also gives a reason um, for it to have arms, and also tie the movement to the reasoning together. You know, like it points, it looks, it's a human, uh, plus the action of sending the swarm after all the good guys. So on this one, he has two. I think that's a good solution. What do you guys think? It's a pretty okay solutions, right? That the swarm doesn't come from the wheels, but from the arms. He could have four arms. Um, so he has four tubes, one in each general direction. I think that's a pretty okay idea, right? All right, Zelda, Morphia, Lurib, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be like a drone swarm coming out of the pipes. I was thinking that they are like impact drones, like a syringe. Um, so they're drones mimicking the host, and then they kind of slam into the surface and insert tracker. So it kind of everyone gets tagged or maybe poisoned, um, or paralyzed maybe. I mean, paralyzation probably is more more direct and physical, and will most likely have people react to uh, more stronger, because it's a physical reaction. You're out of act, you can't move, you're incapacitated. So obviously that will be more impactful than just a tracker. Tracker is like stealth. This one is not stealth. This one is a killer, right? It floats around in the air. But this, should they be jets? Not refined technology, but ugly technology. Maybe it should have jets. I think that would be cool as well. Just dirty energy. Maybe, maybe not like plasma, or at least not petrol either. It has to be some sort of in between, but it has to be dirty technology, because they are using it to they're using the dead aliens as a power source. The remaining human stand of desperate evolution. We are making ourselves into machines. Last desperate attempt, because these aliens are the maybe the new evolution of us, or visitors that have taken over. Humans are just much like the giraffe. It can't evolve any further, or it'll die on its own. So we've, as a human race, gone taking control with machinery in order for us not to evolutionary die off. So that's a pretty cool idea, I think. Maybe you guys don't know it, but the giraffe can't evolve anymore. If it does, it'll die. The species will die out. I'm thinking tagging with a tracker, or um, paralyzes the aliens, and then there's um, other creatures that go, or other humans that go and take care of the bodies, right? So this guy is just a scout, because it's all heads, and no, it doesn't need to move, right? It just or go and take the victims. It just needs to float high above and like swarm, send all the swarms out. I'm not so keen on this box I for some reason designed there. So we're 4 minutes out. I think we got villain number 2, the swarmer, or whatever you can call it. Should have like this, just this black smoke around him. There's all drones. Could be cool. Like when it's coming in, it's just darkens the whole atmosphere. Um, just drones everywhere, ready to attack. Could even be, it shouldn't all be symmetrical. It shouldn't all be the same. They should be like a little bit like ragtag, I think. Lurib, yeah, this is for the ArtStation challenge. Beyond Human. That's true, Lurib. That's true. I mean, one way could be I'm not sure it should collect it on the back because it is going to remove from the silhouette that I've created here. Um, you know, maybe it has some lights, some different shaped lights. Maybe should have maybe some sort of holding device, perhaps just some random shit. Should feel a little bit like put together. Lights everywhere. But for collecting, I don't know. I mean, we could have, you know, like the scout drone in Star Wars. It had these really long legs underneath. I think that would be a cool element of design for this. Like it has some degree of picking corpses up. Maybe it just picks one up now and then for fuel. Just drags it into the center of the body and just stuffs it. You know, that will be a cool, could be a cool animation as well. And like it just sucks it in, slurps it in. I think that's a nice idea. Cheers for that, Hurri. Um, Now the shape of it, etc. I think it's pretty okay. Um, I definitely want to design it more. The shape is kind of there. I think what's most interesting is the idea, right? The shape is kind of interesting. Um, it's a little bit. Uh, I need to definitely spend some more time, some more love on it. But the basic idea is a nice one. It's like it started out as a floating god, praying pose, but now it turned into this ugly ass scout. I'm not sure about the lamps. I might remove them. But yeah, I think time is up. Time is up. A corpse slurper. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's the creature for today. Some sort of a hunter drone thing that sends out drones that paralyzes its victims and picks one up and now and then for fuel source. Loads of heads with cloth, kind of need to probably have more cloth floating in the air. It feels a little bit like machinery creature segmented. I really need to kind of incorporate the materials a little bit better. Maybe, you know, like it'll look like skin. It'll look like maybe there's cloth wrapped around something and things like that. But whatever. I can't be drawing anymore on it. Time's up. Definitely Lurib. I did that yesterday, then or day before yesterday, but not yesterday. All right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Have a fantastic day. Good night. Good luck sketching. And see you tomorrow at the same time, same place for more creatures. Bye. Outro.